Look who's outside on the porch, my friends. Yeah, finally. It's still brisk. It's -5 outside. When I went to bed, it was -18 with wind chill, -25. It's now only -5 and feels like -5. Yeah, you see your breath. It's cold, but it's not freezing. And it actually feels really nice. I have quite a migraine from the change in weather, but that'll go away too. This too shall pass. Today, Porch Pondering, brought to you by GD Sutton. Graham, Downey, Sutton. How you doing, GD? I will say, he asked me to talk about public use of cannabis, especially for medical, once we move into new legislation. And I've studied it. The problem is the only one that has their framework pretty well ready is Alberta. And I tried to research the other provinces, and I found something in Ontario, and it was kind of iffy. So I'll speak to what I know, and maybe through comments we'll all know more, because some of you know what I don't know, and vice versa. So, Alberta has pretty well finalized their Alberta Gaming, Alcohol and Cannabis Act, in which public use of cannabis is totally allowed. Anywhere where tobacco is allowed, cannabis is allowed. Now, this has to go through its first and second reading and all that stuff, but public use will be limited just as tobacco is limited. And you know what? Yes, tobacco is dangerous and secondhand smoke kills you, and cannabis is not dangerous. But I agree with this. I don't think that because cannabis carries smoke, whether it's vapor or smoke, if you're actually blowing something out, someone else can breathe that in, and you have no right to infringe on their rights to fresh and free air. So I totally get that. And I back that. Ontario had said the same thing, yet after their health minister said that, they were corrected by the opposition saying, but cannabis is illegal, so no, we have to draw that out. So those decisions haven't been fully made. I fully believe that, yes, I have found many times where I need to medicate in public, but what I try to do is I usually don't take anything but a vape pen preloaded with me. Either I loaded or a preloaded one with me when I go to places that will be long term. Most of the time, my trips are very short term, so I have whatever medicine I need before I leave. I wait the appropriate amount of time so my head's clear, and then I drive to wherever I'm going. And then if I start getting in pain or whatever, I leave. But if I bring something with me, I go to the most obscure place, and I sit there and take a couple of puffs and go, because I respect other people's rights to not smell or think they're breathing what I just took in, because they also, just by looking at us, don't know that's cannabis. That could be something else. So public use, I think it will follow all through the country as just common sense kind of rules, and people will break them. People do. Some people don't respect the rights of others. Further to Alberta's decision, Alberta has finalized that our stores will be private enterprise. They will be, certainly Shoppers Drug Mart could have a dispensary. Joe Blow could have a dispensary. There will be rules by which you can operate a dispensary, and there will be limited amounts of licenses given out, but anybody in private enterprise can apply and likely get a store. online sales will be controlled, they say, by the Alberta government. The Alberta government will set up a online sales for recreationals, for those who don't want to go to stores. So we have a two-tier thing. They were right to say keep the government out of stores, because the government doesn't need to build a bunch of things and have all those huge amounts of employees. So I like this idea. I think BC is going in a multifaceted, two-tiered kind of system, government and private, and Saskatchewan has announced that too. So Western Canada will be rather privately run, and that's good for the economy, that's good for all of us, and that's good for the prices and quality. They'll be managed much better when you have true competition. Let's hope the others follow suit, because if they don't follow suit, everyone's going to be buying from Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan illegally under the table, because their own province isn't supplying proper quality and efficiently. That's the end of this one. I have two boys in there just waking up. I'm going to make some breakfast. We're going to have a good day, and we're going to night out tonight. Maybe I'll take you for a walk today with it only being -5. I'm not even shaking here. I've been sitting here for 6 minutes in -5, and I feel warm because we've been dealing with some pretty heavy temperatures here. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony. Have a great weekend. Look for people without smiles. Give them one of yours. You got plenty.